Hey traders, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach. Glad to have you guys here. So let me ask you, are you tired of missing out on all the airdrops like Gito, Arbitrum, Optimism, and all the big things that are going on like Celestia? Well, I'm here to present you the latest opportunity to make even more than possibly all those other airdrops, right? So today I'm going to talk to you about Manta Network. I'm going to try to keep it short because this is the fourth time I recorded this video, but also because I just want to give you the most important details. We're going to go over what Manta is briefly, how you can participate in their new paradigm campaign, and also a quick tutorial about how you can participate and some frequently asked questions. So Manta is this new L2 built using ZK technology as well as using Celestia. So Celestia, I'm sure you've heard of it. They had a huge airdrop. They are known for their modularity, which is something that's brand new to the space. So this is their main website, and as you can see here, you can see all the main information about them. Total value locked. This is a working L2, so they have 8.4 million transactions already on chain. So Manta is the name of the protocol, and New Paradigm is the campaign that they're doing right now, which allows you to get Manta tokens as in the form of an airdrop. So let's briefly go over the Manta campaign. So New Paradigm is essentially similar to Blast, if you've heard of that, where you bridge ETH to their new blockchain. And it allows you to do things like earn a base yield through a staking Ethereum and various other ways to make yield. And they call this penta yield. So they have fixed native yield from staked Ethereum, the Manta reward or like the airdrop, ecosystem native yield, which means that once you're on Manta, you can participate in DeFi and earn yield along the way. Ecosystem incentives, so this kind of is tied to the previous one where you get extra Manta rewards for participating. And also restaking, which means that once you bridge your ETH or USDC over, you can essentially restake those assets and earn more yield on that. So here's some information on this medium that I recommend you to look through. But the main things I want to cover is how the airdrop works, right? So essentially, once you bridge assets over, you will be earning these things called box pieces. And when you get 25 of them, you get something called a lucky box. And in these lucky boxes, you get NFTs, which are tied to Manta rewards. So let's say you get more rare NFTs, you would be entitled to more rare rewards, right? And you get more box pieces depending on how much you bridge over. So here's some more information on that. Another important thing to touch on is the timeline. So you have only 5 days left to participate in this. So if you want to make these possibly amazing returns, you're going to want to do this as soon as possible. Deposits end to get your stone staked Ethereum on January 1st, 2024. They call this phase two, but this isn't really like a phase. It just can take up to 24 hours to essentially get your bridged assets. And then there's a 69-day period, which starts January 1st, where you will be earning those rewards and beginning your NFTs and your boxes. And essentially the main phase where you're going to be doing a lot of interesting things. And that's pretty much like an overview. So a couple things to note. So first step that you're going to want to do is you're going to bridge assets, and it's very important that you use their bridge. Otherwise, when you bridge Ethereum, well, let me first cover. You have two assets that you could bridge over. You have Ethereum, and you also have USDC. And so they have equivalents on Manta. So Ethereum gets bridged and becomes stone staked Ethereum, and that's what gives you your yield, the general staking APY. And then USDC would be bridged over as WUSDM. So let me go ahead and show you how you would bridge. You would make sure you're on Ethereum, you have some Ethereum in your wallet, and you click on deposit. And this could take up to 24 hours. The next thing you would want to do is add your chain, the Manta chain to MetaMask. So you can click on this button. As you can already see, I already have the Manta network right here. And so you can see my Ethereum and Stone. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bridge over some assets like Ethereum to transact on the chain. But I'm going to show you that a little bit later with one of their ecosystem partners. I quickly want to show you some further details. So once you bridge over your assets, you're going to see how much you bridged over here. So for example, I bridged 1 ETH, You can also bridge USDC, as I mentioned before. You can see how many box pieces you've earned and how many you're earning per week. So the reason why I bridge 1 ETH is because that will give you 25 pieces a week, which means 1 box a week, right? So at the end of reaching 25 box pieces, you'll get a box, and then you'll open that up and you'll have one of the NFTs. There's one of 6 that you would get, and it's random. Of course, there's more rare ones, which I will go over later. You'll also see a dashboard, so you can invite your friends to participate in this. As you can see, my team already has 6.2 Ethereum in here, and we do have some invites if you do want to use them, if you do plan on participating, but please only use them if you think you will be bridging assets. Otherwise, you're just taking an opportunity from someone else. I am trying to get to that milestone of 20 ETH so I can get a permanent invite code so that everyone on this channel and everywhere that I'm engaged in, you'll be able to join this new campaign. You also have a list of ecosystem partners here, and these are essentially the partners that are doing things on Manta. So you'll have projects like Orbiter Finance, I'll talk about that in a second, Galaxy, where you can find tasks for things you could do on Manta. Then you'll also have places like, let me go over here, QuickSwap, QuickSwap, where you can actually provide liquidity, and Layer Bank, where you can lend your stone staked ETH. So that pretty much covers like the main overview of what Manta is, and the main task, which remember is to bridge over assets onto Manta. And if I didn't mention it before, when you bridge over your assets, you're not losing anything. You do get a redemption token or your stone staked ETH that after the 69-day period, you can redeem it for your original ETH. And I covered the dashboard, which shows you exactly how many NFTs you'll be earning per week and things like that, and how to invite people. So before we get into how we can participate in this Penta yield, which they describe as 5 different types of yield for participating in Manta, it's important to note that you're going to need to bridge over some Ethereum, some regular Ethereum to Manta so that you can transact on the blockchain. And one of their partners is Orbiter Finance, which I like to use because it's a very cheap way to bridge Ethereum for just about any chain. For example, you could bridge from Arbitrum, and you could bridge directly to Manta like this and pay very little fees. You don't want to use the bridge when you're just bridging regular ETH that you need to transact, because this main bridge is used to get that stone, which is what actually shows up right here. So if you need to bridge over ETH, you're going to want to do it through Orbiter Finance. There's other bridges, but this is the one that I like to use. So going back over to the overview of Manta, they talk about this thing called Penta yield. And essentially all these rewards, so there's the basic ones, right? So when you bridge over, you're going to get these first 2. You're going to get the staked ETH native yield. You're going to farm the airdrop. You're going to get points and NFTs. And then participating in DeFi is essentially how you're going to get the other 3. So ecosystem native yield is from like lending stone on Manta. Ecosystem incentives would be, for example, when you do that, you also get extra Manta rewards. And then restaking is taking your stone, for example, and depositing it somewhere like Eigenlayer, which is another partner, and getting yield on that as well. So I'm going to show you Layer Bank here, which is where I am mainly doing my actions. So Layer Bank allows you to deposit your stone and earn an APR, as well as those extra ecosystem rewards. And it's super easy to do. All you do is connect your wallet here, make sure you have some ETH to transact, choose how much stone you want to deposit, ignore looping unless you know what you're doing. You supply your assets and approve the transaction, and then you're pretty much all set. You're going to be earning the APR, and you're also going to be earning Manta rewards. Another way you can get some ecosystem incentives is by going to QuickSwap and depositing in the Ethereum Stone pool or other pools that are on here that I can show you here. You have things like ASM Stone, Matic USDC, and all that. And you're going to be earning some Manta rewards by depositing in things like this as well. So you're going to essentially want to do that if you want to essentially optimize how many Manta rewards you're going to get. That's how you're going to get Penta yield. The only thing I'm not covering is restaking. That's an optional thing you can do on Eigenlayer. I personally am not doing it. I may do so at a later point, but I haven't looked into it yet. Here's also some interesting partners that they have. Layer Zero's the Omnichain protocol, Eigenlayer, Coinbase, which is huge. So it's a very trusted project. There's also a lot of interesting details on the assets on this Medium article, so I definitely recommend to check it out. I'll post a link at the bottom of the video. So we covered the timeline. 69 days after all this has happened, you're going to be redeemed. You can withdraw your ETH and USDC from Stone and WUSDM. Now, remember, we're also going to be earning these boxes along the way, and that's exactly what this is all for, right? Because these are tied to your Manta rewards. So when you open these lucky boxes, you will get one of 6 NFTs, as I mentioned before, and you can see these actually on Element Market right now. So there's some people that have already gotten some boxes. So there's 6 of them. The most common one is Tier 1 backers. But they also have this Leak Codes NFT, which you can possibly get, although it's rare, and it's currently going for about $1,400 or about 0.57 ETH. Now, if you do open your boxes, you can possibly get these and then get, a pretty good return on its own. So I have personally deposited 1 ETH because I want to get as many boxes as I can. Of course, I can do more than that, but I'm quite comfortable with just my 1 ETH, 1 box a week. That's about like 8 NFTs that I will plan on that I will possibly get. Now, another interesting thing about these boxes, and let me see if I can find right here. So here's some more details on these lucky boxes. Here's what it looks like when you open them. Now, if you happen to get all 6 NFTs, if you get really lucky, you can actually combine them to get this ultra rare first Madra L2 NFT, which we don't even have any of yet. So you can see how, well, maybe there's not been enough time, but how rare it would be to actually get all of them. So if you do get something like this is going to be probably like a 5x to 10x of how much you originally deposited, because I don't know, this could go for 10K for all we know. Like, this could be the top tier of rewards you get from this airdrop. So you can speculate and you might buy some of these NFTs if you'd like, but I personally am avoiding buying them. The only one that I think might be worth it would be the Leak Codes NFT. And again, it is quite expensive. We might see it drop in price, and then we might think differently on it. Maybe we would want to pick it up. Let's say it's the last piece that we haven't gotten, right? Because it's the most rare one. And that's pretty much it. So after the 3 phases, which I briefly covered before, which that will end on March 2nd. And at that point, you can withdraw your Ethereum. You'll have gotten all your NFTs. And we're just waiting for those airdrop rewards, right? So this ends March 2nd. So quick summary. You're going to want to bridge over your ETH and get Stone on Manta. And then you're going to be collecting these boxes along the way, but you can also participate in DeFi, get extra rewards, for example, for lending out your Stone, which is what I'm doing, or providing liquidity on QuickSwap. You will be getting these NFTs, and at the end of that phase 3, we can expect the airdrop. Now, what do I think this is going to be worth? So we can actually kind of have an idea of what this is. So at the top of right here, they have 50 million Manta tokens. And so we were doing some math in the background. Conservatively, this is going to be like a 15% return on capital. What I actually think will happen is something like a 2 to 5x of your original investment, or not investment, because you don't really spend any money other than gas fees to bridge your funds over. And then if we take, for example, a similar airdrop like Celestia, which came out at $2 a token and is now pumped all the way to $14, I mean, it might be possible to get something like per ETH, get like 5 ETH worth of value out of this if you were able to hold on to your Manta tokens, get those rare NFTs and the like. You can also sell your NFTs and get an instant ROI or instant return on capital. So I definitely am pretty bullish on Manta in general. I think there's a lot of cool tech. I think it's a great opportunity. So I recommend you guys all to participate. Now, I do have these referral codes. Please use them if you plan on depositing on Manta. Please leave a comment below if you use them, or feel free to share your invite codes, or let me know if you use them so I can tell people that they've been used. So that's pretty much all that I have for you today. If you do like this content, please make sure to like this video first, and then please subscribe if you can. I'm trying to get to 100 followers, trying to get my name out there. I've been sharing a ton of new airdrop content in my community, Sleep Money Club. And let me talk to you about this really quickly. It's a community of like-minded people that know crypto and stocks, and we all like to find new projects together, find passive income strategies, and we also get these monthly airdrop guides that I create for you guys. We've had 8 guides in the past month, and we also get this exclusive alpha, and we get partnerships with other communities and other projects that you can get access to just for being in Sleep Money Club. You also get a passive income strategy that I really like right now. For example, right now where you can earn $100 a month for driving your car completely for free, and it's all backed by crypto. So I won't give you that product now, but I will encourage you to join Sleep Money Club and ask me for that, because $100 a month is more than than our membership cost. And for a limited time only, we actually have a 7-day free trial to join Sleep Money Club. So I will share a link below for you to how to join this club. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you deposited in Manta. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Zach again, and remember to subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified as I have a new airdrop video coming out next week. Have a good night. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have a happy new year. Till next time.